talk about flowable composite in this session, but I will start showing my clinical procedure for class 2 composite restoration. After surface treatment for banding, I apply composite to the box and make a wall, as you can see here, and then make a cusp contour one by one. As you can see here is mesiolingual cusp and distal buccal, and mesiobuccal and distal lingual cusp. In this procedure, I do not connect buccolingually mid-distally to reduce polymerization shrinkage stress, and then few other area, lingual, box, and occlusal to make a full contour of restoration. We called it incremental layering or incremental filling. We're doing because of limited polymerization depth of a composite resin and also to reduce shrinkage stress. After remove of matrix, I do finish proximal contour using low-speed abrasive disc. And also refine margin and adjust the occlusal contour using low-speed round bar or high-speed stone bar. And then start making polish with a pre-polish using the low-speed silicone spiral wheel, and go to final polishing using the low-speed more fine silicone spiral wheel. This is the final result. This is not masterpiece of art, but I believe it will work very well for a long time. But in this procedure, I used only one flowable composite and only one instrument to making this restoration. We are using minimally invasive restoration technique and remove only carious lesion to preserve tooth structure. So as the result, small and narrow cavity will be made. And as you know, conventional composite can be sculpted, but it is very time consuming, and also they are easily stick to instrument. So we cannot use packing motion. We apply composite tapping motion to make a shape or contour. Sometimes we use brush to make a shape or refine margin in anterior region. And also we always worried about void or poor adaptation during the composite fillings. So we need composite with a high flowability to flow or spread into the narrow space. This is the reason why flowable composite was invented. Flowable composite reduced the fill volume to make flow. So hybrid composite is similar to the dough for bread, and flowable composite is similar to the mixture for pancake. But decrease the filler content, filler volume made a decrease of good properties. For example, lower physical strength and higher water absorption and high solubility and higher polymerization shrinkage was happened in the flowable composite. This first generation flowable composite had much lower filler content compared to the conventional packable hybrid composite. So as results showed that they have much lower compressive strength, physical strength compared to the hybrid composite. So we use flowable composite only for the small cavity or stress-bearing area. 2 years ago, I tested 3 flowers and with one packable hybrid composite, test the physical strength. In the result, named in Injectable, these 2 flowers showed that no difference strength compared to the hybrid composite resin. So now newer generation of flowable composite is re-engineered as an alternative to conventional hybrid composite. So they are comparable. They have comparable physical properties to hybrid composite, but they still flow is flowable composite. The representative of this kind of material is injectable. In this study, they tested the 9 highly filled flowable composite and compared to the stackable hybrid composite. In the result, the injectable showed the same strength with the hybrid composite and much lower wear depth. So very good character. And also in other experiments, injectable showed the lower staining and better in surface glows and marginal adaptation in clinical trials. The major character of injectable is they have the same physical property compared to the stackable hybrid composite, but they can flow like a flowable composite. But compared to previous flowable composites, they have much more, a little bit more viscosity. So there are some difference from the previous flowable composite. Injectable can make a shape during the filling. It can stack up and make a shape, and we can make a shape also. But in previous flowables, we cannot do that. They cannot make a shape, only fill the bottom, and they spread only and ooze. During the manufacturing composite resin, we use silane coupling agent to enhance mechanical properties. Silane coupling agent is the physical chemical bonding between filler and matrix, so mechanical properties will be enhanced. But every composite resin uses silane coupling agent, but in some composite, you can see the filler is agglomerated, not dispersed, not evenly dispersed. They are agglomerated and they cannot put many fillers into the matrix. But nowadays, we are using the advanced hydrophobic coating techniques for the silane coupling agent, AHC Technology. So AHC Technology makes the even dispersion of a very small size of fillers. As you can see in the right side, the fillers are evenly dispersed and the filler side is very small. So as a result, it enhances the smooth surface because the filler is very small. It enhances the smooth surface, and they make the very good bonding with the filler to the matrix, so mechanical properties were increased. And also, AHC makes them hold and floor characteristic of a very special character of injectable. Now Spident introducing new flowable composites. The name is EsFlow PLUS Series. It consists of 4 different materials in same shape syringes. First is a plus, and injectable, and bulk fill, and porate light curing. All of these materials uses the AHC technology, so many things improved compared to the previous flowable. Plus and injectable has 9 different colors, so you can use very aesthetically treat the patient. It has a cervical color, an opaque color, and transparent enamel color. But in bulk fill and core light curing, it has only one color. I will explain about that, why they have only one color. Plus series has very exceptional physical strength compared to hybrid composite. It has a similar compressive strength and a fracture strength, so strong, and also they are highly wear resistance character. The wear depth and wear volume is similar with the hybrid composite. Also, they show the low shrinkage ratio. Compared to other flowers, it is much more lower shrinkage rate. We cannot expect the previous flowers can make a shape. They will spread like this. But these materials, these plus series can make a shape during the filling. And also we can adjust the contour, adjust the shape just using a light sweeping motion. You don't have to tapping, just like the sweeping motion, we can make a shape of a flowable composite. Here's an example of wall making and then custom making. During the wall making, just apply injectable to the proximal box and start from the bottom of the cavity and go to a closer and remove excess or make a shape or refine margin using just this small instrument. It does not overflow to the inside of the cavity. It holds their position so we can adjust the shape and we can make it work very easily. It is the same to custom making. Start from the floor and go through the occlusal surface, just moving medial-distally slightly and slowly move to the occlusal and remove excess. We can make a cusp contour.
Flowable working with the flowable now?
Yeah, this is injectable flowable, one of the EsFlow PLUS Series. Okay. You will gonna use during hands-on course to your model. Previous flowers does not stop when I stop pushing the plunger, but injectables and PLUS Series stop right after I stop pushing the plunger, and there is no stringing. It's very good for use. You can apply small amount without worrying about the oozing or stringing. And they have a very new tip and syringes shape. Inside of the tip is very smooth, so they do not make a bubble during the injection. And also, the tip has a very long and thin bendable metal tips. It is very easily bend or straightening. The manufacturer called it elephant nose tip. So we can apply flow very comfortably to the distal area of molar. And also, syringe has a big, very wide plate and plunger, so you can hold tight and push hard, but you don't have to do that. It is very easily extruded by light force. In my clinic, I do not hold a syringe like this. I hold like this, just pushing like in this finger, light force. I can push out the materials from the syringe. You can feel during the hands-on course. Bulk fill and coil light curing, these two materials are focused on the polymerization ability, so the color is much more transparent compared to other PLUS series. You can cure 4.3 millimeters. Very deeply they can cure. Flowable bulk fill can use the lip area where the light it is difficult to can go to there, and also you can use large area at the bottom of the cavity and fill one time, just apply one time and fill many places. And core light curing is very outstanding light curing core material. Same with the minimally invasive restoration technique, the SS cavity for root canal treatment is getting smaller recently. So, I'm sorry. In this kind of case, light cannot go to this area because its cavity is so small. But sometimes SS cavity is widely open. I will not use post, but I want to push put the material to the root canal space. You can use dual core material as well, but the tip of a dual core material is thick, very thick and not so long, so they can go to the root canal space. And also, bulk fill can be used, but the tip of bulk fill is short and thick. But this series has a very long and thin bendable tips. They can go to inside of the root canal, so you can apply the composite material to the root canal. I did root canal treatment for two central incisors and lateral incisor. Lateral incisor was disrupted so much, so I planned gonna have a crown at the root canal treatment. After root canal treatment for these tests, I filled the root canal using the bulk fill, and for central incisor, use the injectable for final restoration. But for crown, I apply the core material to the lateral incisor. You can see here coil red curing applied, but they hold their position, not flow into the canal and make a shape very well. I prepared this for crown. You can see the color of the core light curing is very transparent because this material is focused on the polymerization ability. They can cure 4.3 millimeters. I made crown for these tubes. This is the final result. Core light curing has the same character with the injectable. They can stack up very highly. I start the stack up from the gingival area to occlusal area, making buccal wall by just one application. I didn't light cure during making wall. Keep stack up to make a shape of the wall, and then it will recess using this instrument and make a shape and really fine margin. You don't have to tapping, the sweeping motion. Light sweeping motion can make the shape and then will recess. Just to apply it one time, refine occlusal margin and light cure. You can make a wall just one time application, and then fill the cavity only 2 times. They can cure 4 millimeters, so just 2 application of a coil light curing can fill the excess cavity. And this is the final result. Coil light curing has very high compressive strength compared to the other dual cure core material, and the shrinkage ratio is very low compared to other dual cure core materials, so it's very excellent, outstanding light curing core material. Here is 4 different options to restore tools, so we can apply these materials to many situations. So I want to show my clinical cases. Here's cervical caries. So I remove the caries and apply injectable. Only use one color, A3 color was applied. The final result is very good. And here is the root caries. I use different colors. Cervical color to the root area and A3 colors for enamel area. Natural looking can be made. This patient has very big caries under the gingiva, so I electrosurgically removed the gingiva, and I filled using the injectable that day, but use different colors, cervical color to canine and A3 color for lateral incisor. There's a not so big, small crest cavity to the upper premolars. The color matching is very good. There's a little bit more bigger crest cavities here. Actually, previous inlay, resin inlay was this large, but I filled using the injectable directly to 4 growth tears. The result is very good. There is a incisor fracture and some collision. I deal with the injectable 6 months later. The result is good, not chipping, and very good condition. This patient's canine was destructed so much, but canine is not occurred with opposite tooth, and she doesn't have a also the treatment plan. So I feel only using the injectable to the canine and proximal caries in the incisors. So you can see here is very good result. Here is cervical caries and the space between the 2 central incisors. So I do use injectable, but different color was used. Here you can see incisor is a little bit transparent. So I applied the A enamel transparent color to the incisor and A 3.5 for cervical and other area. This patient has a cervical caries for both incisors. Actually, these two tests also had this kind of situations. So I already treated cervical caries, but still here is a space and here caries. So I plan to treat the cervical caries and with the space closure, remove caries, yeah, and then fill with the injectable. I use the opaque color to cover the dark area of dentin and use the A3 color to other area. This is a 10 days later restoration. Shape and color is well matched. In the previous flowable composites, we feel it's comfortable because the shape is a syringe, is very easy to apply. But previous flowers ooze easily. You can make a shape, and they have a lower physical strength. So we use only less stress-bearing area. But nowadays, during the composite filling, I don't feel any stress because it's very comfort, and very easy, and very fast. And also, these materials have very good physical properties. I don't worry can chipping or fracture. Same with the hybrid composite rigid. So I start to use only this material from 2 years ago. I remove all the paint type hybrid composite from my clinic. I want to use this injectable or four-line curing, this plus series, but there was no problem, no failure, no complaint for 2 years. So I have to try to use this material.